A belated victory report 3 months late, an air defense system with insufficient range, and a pile of flawed battlefield evidence. What grim truth is the Indian military trying to conceal behind its carefully crafted S400 myth? Cheers erupted inside the Bangalore Military Memorial Museum as Indian Air Force Chief of Staff Chaudhry Ajay Singh declared with unwavering certainty, "We shot down 5 Pakistani fighter jets and 1 early warning aircraft using S400 missiles with a maximum range of 300 kilometers, setting a world record for ground-to-air interception." Camera flashes flickered, projecting the general's figure onto a massive electronic warfare map. This moment was August 9, 2025, exactly 3 months after the decisive May the 7th India-Pakistan air battle. Singh's speech was filled with dramatic tension. "We have proven to the world that no air force can breach India's iron defense line." As the applause died down, Pakistan's Defense Minister Khawal Asif launched a counterattack on the social media platform X. "India did not hit or destroy a single Pakistani aircraft. If you dare, let both sides open their hangars for international independent verification." This challenge directly targeted the weakest link in India's narrative, evidence. John Richards, an analyst at the International Institute for Strategic Studies, commented, "In the transparency of modern battlefields, claiming to have shot down an enemy aircraft without presenting any wreckage evidence is like claiming to have landed on the moon, but failing to bring back lunar soil samples." The 40 and 6E missile mentioned by Singh, which allegedly created a military miracle, is said to have precisely hit a Pakistani ZDK-03 early warning aircraft 314 kilometers away. This figure alone raises technical doubts, while the S-400 boasts a theoretical range of 400 kilometers in its promotional materials. The system has never achieved effective interception beyond 250 kilometers in actual combat. Internal test reports disclosed by Russia's military industry Messenger Weekly show that the system's effective intercept range drops to around 180 kilometers when targeting high-speed maneuvering targets exceeding 2,000 kilometers per hour. More critically, open-source intelligence analysts confirmed via commercial satellite imagery that the S-400 launchers deployed by India along the Jammu-Kashmir border are equipped with 4, 8 and 6E missiles with a range of just 250 kilometers, physically incapable of reaching targets 300 kilometers away. U.S. missile expert Robert Shaw wrote in Defense News, "To achieve a 300-kilometer kill, the target early warning aircraft must simultaneously meet 3 suicidal conditions: maintain a straight-line flight at 200 kilometers per hour, keep electronic countermeasure systems completely shut off throughout the mission, and have a radar cross-section equivalent to that of a commercial airliner." This is akin to asking a boxer to stand still and take punches. However, battlefield reality is entirely different. Pakistan's ZDK-03 early warning aircraft is equipped with a Chinese-made active electronic countermeasure system. In actual combat, it continuously performs serpentine maneuvers at a distance of 150 kilometers from the border while coordinating 12 J-10C fighters in aerial combat. India's claimed mythical kill pales in the face of physical laws, unless Pakistani pilots collectively shut down their equipment for a suicide cruise. The scenario Singh described could only exist in video games. Operator chat logs leaked from the Russian military forum Military Review reveal shocking details. At the time, India's S-400 system was locked onto by Pakistan's CM-102 anti-radiation missiles, forcing it to shut down, dismantle, and relocate within 30 minutes. A process that was chaotic and disorganized. In stark contrast to India's vague statements, Pakistan presented 5 sets of irrefutable evidence within 48 hours of the air battle's conclusion. At the crash site in the Skardu region, villagers filmed debris clearly showing the vertical tail numbers of 3 Rafale fighter jets, RB-008, RB-011, and RB-015. The wing debris of a Su-30 Mki retained the serial number SB-036, and the laser-etched serial number IG-038 on the turbine blades of a MiG-29 UPG engine matched the Indian Air Force's equipment serial numbers exactly. Even more technically persuasive was the wreckage of the captured PL-15E missile. The factory label from China Aerospace Science and Industry Corporation remained miraculously intact despite the explosion, serving as irrefutable physical evidence. The international community's silent testimony is equally devastating. Shares of French defense giant Dassault plummeted by 14% over the 5 trading days following the air battle, marking the largest single-day decline in the company's 20-year history. According to an internal military report disclosed by Le Figaro, it was acknowledged for the first time that at least 3 Rafale fighter jets were lost in the air battle, marking the first combat-related losses for the aircraft type since its introduction 20 years ago. What is even more embarrassing for India is Trump's off-the-cuff remark during mediation at Camp David in July. "I saw reports saying planes were falling. 5 planes. I think 5 planes. Falling from the sky." This unvarnished testimony aligns perfectly with Pakistan's battle reports. The reaction in the arms market was even more direct. Egypt's Ministry of Defense swiftly suspended a €3.4 billion deal to purchase 24 Rafale jets. An Indonesian Air Force delegation cancelled its planned trip to France and instead visited Chengdu Aircraft Industry Group's J-10CE production line, and Qatar demanded that France provide an anti-Chinese missile upgrade package for the 36 Rafale jets it had already purchased. However, the evidence presented by India was exposed through open-source intelligence analysis. The satellite image of the allegedly destroyed Pakistani Benazir Air Force Base hangar was found to be an abandoned maintenance workshop from 2019 after geographical coordinate comparison. The missile impact points marked in the Indian Ministry of Defence's PowerPoint presentation were found to be 1.2 kilometers off the actual combat zone after topographical surveying. Most critically, 3 months later, the Indian military still cannot produce any debris from enemy aircraft, and even the radar dome fragments from the claimed downed early warning aircraft are nowhere to be found. Singh chose to revisit old issues at a sensitive time, reflecting the Modi government's threefold crisis. Trump's 5 fighter jets remark triggered a showdown with Indian opposition leader Rahul Gandhi, who organized a mass rally to display photos of fighter jet wreckage. The Rafale fighter jet, priced at $240 million per unit, crashed in combat, reigniting the procurement kickback scandal. With the audit office report showing the actual procurement price was 187% higher than the French military's self-use version, even more blatant is the manipulation of the interest chain. 2 days before Singh announced the results, a delegation led by Defense Minister Rajesh Kumar had just arrived in Moscow to negotiate the purchase of 2 additional S400 systems, totaling $2.2 billion. The Russian defense export company promptly shared India's achievements on social media, touting the S400 as the airborne Reaper, with a range of 400 kilometers, with the advertising copy perfectly aligning with India's propaganda. During his May inspection of the Jammu frontline, Modi posed for photos in front of an S400 launcher, claiming it was to prove my decision was correct. This political performance's precise alignment with the weapons procurement timeline exposed the true purpose of the fabricated achievements to cover up the $5.5 billion weapons purchase. While India was intoxicated by the S-400 myth, the PL-15E missile from the J-10CE downed a Su-30 MKI at a distance of 181 kilometers, setting a new record for the farthest air combat kill in actual combat. This Chinese-made missile employs dual-pulse engine technology, initially shutting off the engine to silently glide toward the target at 3 Mach, then reigniting at the terminal stage to accelerate to 5 Mach for penetration. This left Indian pilots with only 9 seconds to react from radar alert to aircraft disintegration, not even enough time to eject. The overwhelming performance of the integrated combat system caused a seismic shift in the international arms trade market. Chengdu Aircraft Industry Group's stock price surged by 40% after the air combat, with J-10CE orders extending to 2028. A Saudi delegation traveled to Chengdu with a petroleum barter trade proposal for negotiations, and the United Arab Emirates directly booked 3 pulsed production lines. More critically, footage of the HQ-9B intercepting S-400 missiles 3 times in a row at the Ankara firing range in Turkey went viral globally, shattering the nostalgic filter surrounding Russian-made weapons. Behind this technological revolution lies a fundamental shift in the logic of warfare. Modern air combat has evolved from single aircraft confrontations to a systemic competition involving early warning aircraft command, plus data link support plus long-range missile strikes, while India appears to be stuck in the previous era.